We didn't quite finish reviewing The Life of a Showgirl yesterday or comparing it to Sarah McLauchlan's latest album, Better Broken. But there's James's dinner for today, and there's mine. And I'm going to talk about turmeric a little bit. Christmas Carol, we didn't talk about any of these movies in the stack yesterday, so we'll see if we get to them today. I guess I'll sit down and get started with this. So, I kind of put this down to show me. So Sarah McLauchlan, she did the same sort of rhymes that, well, not really totally, like a little bit off rhymes sometimes, but that Taylor Swift does a lot of the time. So here she has frailty and derail me, and I wanted to make a point of that because I don't know if I remember to when I reviewed Sarah McLauchlan's, when I reviewed this song, One in a Long Line, which I actually like the sound of.
No, that derail me, frailty is not as bad as legitly.
No, it's really not.
That one's so bad.
No, exactly. But, I mean, you got to keep in mind youth, right?
Taylor is younger.
Taylor is younger.
Well, she's not young anymore.
She's old enough to know better.
She should be.
Than to write lyrics like this. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to mention Sarah McLauchlan because I think that maybe maybe she felt like she wasn't, like she was being lost or something, or left behind. And I think she was a little bit influenced by Taylor Swift here. Because, and it wasn't just that brought me into that. It was, there's some swearing and stuff like that Sarah McLauchlan has put into her lyrics. And she didn't used to do that. So, honestly,
well,
Taylor Swift does it all the time.
Mucked up in Building a Mystery, but that's a little bit different.
That's a little bit different.
This is more...
It's actually more tasteful.
Yeah, I know, than hip-hop.
Yeah.
The hip-hop influence in Taylor Swift. She's got a case of potty mouth, and it's not impressive.
It's not impressive. It doesn't really seem genuine. When somebody's singing lyrics, it's unless it's...
If you're Missy Elliott, it seems genuine.
If you're screaming or something, it seems genuine, right? Yeah. But if you're doing something like this, it really doesn't. And it takes away from the lyrics. It doesn't add to them. It doesn't make you more edgy or something like that when you're swearing in your lyrics. So actually, I don't like it when she does. But, and when I heard it from Sarah McLauchlan, I just felt kind of sad. Because I thought, geez, she's... I don't know.
Trying to seem relevant.
Yeah, trying to seem relevant. That's what I was thinking. So, another thing I didn't point out yesterday with Taylor Swift, Life of a Showgirl. Now, there's sometimes she just loves packing on a whole bunch of rhymes or off rhymes or something like that. You know, chiming, whatever, all at once. Right? She likes bam, 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 putting it all together.
Someone once called that mathematical rhyme. Bob Dylan used it to much better effect. What was it? Once upon a time, through the bumps of dime. It actually works there, but here, no.
And to start off,
the rhymes if you can't handle them.
Yeah, and she can't handle them.
Pauline's actually recommended yesterday, cut them out entirely.
Cut them out entirely, because you can't handle them. Until you can handle them, like you don't have the rhythm down. You don't understand the rhythm. You can't do the rest of it. Rhythm comes first. You got to master the rhythm, and you don't. You don't master the rhythm. And Taylor Swift, you don't have a concise story. With a poem, it's all about a story. You have to have a story, and
with a poem or a song lyric, basically
it's the same thing. So, And her stories just sprawl all over the place because she doesn't set up a decent form. It's better in this one. Better in Life of a Showgirl, and the other one the Fate of Ophelia. There's some sort of, like in the Fate of Ophelia, you have a build-up, and then you have kind of a, like she, in her, the lyrics listed on, when I looked at it online, it said first chorus and second chorus, but really it's more of a build-up, you know, like we were reviewing Bon Jovi a while ago, and there's that, what is it? Whoa, she's a loaded gun?
Yeah, something like that.
Or something like that. So, and there, you have, it's really effective to have those rhymes close together. Or even if they were just assonance, if they were just chimes that way, then to have them close together and have it coming at you fast. Whoa, she's a loaded gun, right?
And, yep.
And then he has another one, and it's the same old
Forgotten
thing,
which
right?
one it is, but yeah.
And oh, there's nowhere to run, or something like. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that.
And not only is it, does it make sense, you know, but to the song, but it's catchy, it goes fast, and it brings you up to the chorus that you're just punching it out, and it works there.
Yeah, it's kind of built, you know, some of the more sophisticated songwriters tend to be Tin Pan Alley type of things, or maybe more like Brill Building. Roy Orbison will do it, but they'll have a verse and a chorus, and in between it they'll have a build or something
and
like that.
And that's not to say that Bon Jovi was always that good. That was the only time that I saw that really work. But what I'm saying is you only really need one. And with Sarah McLauchlan, like I mentioned, what was it, Ben's song? Whew, that's the sound of it. It just breaks your heart. And every time I hear it, it brings me to tears. The sound is so beautiful. And the lyrics, boy, they're bad. And she one day, she will be a better poet, I hope, and she will rewrite those lyrics so that the lyrics are as powerful as the song.
Yeah.
And then once she does that, she will be immortal. So
way more immortal.
Taylor Swift hasn't done anything like that yet. With Life of a Showgirl, yeah, she'll be able to repair it in time, and when she writes better lyrics, and I think she will be able to write better lyrics if she keeps at it.
Anyone can. She's younger than when you started to write poetry and lyrics.
So it's just she just has to really pay attention to the rhythm. If she had somebody to guide her like you, then she'd be able to get awesome lyrics, I think, within a few years, because you like to really slam lots and lots of rhymes at people, but
I don't like it. I just people like it.
Yeah.
So long as it's handled well.
Well, you do it in your poetry.
I can do it. Yeah.
And so, whereas I don't really tend to care for that so much. I'll do it to please you or whatever, but it's neither here nor there for me.
I got to the point where I burned out on it. I was doing it so intensely.
So anyway, now, another thing about the Life of a Showgirl, the start of it, you really, with a poem, and that goes for lyrics too, the end lines are the most important. What you're leaving people with, that's the most important thing.
What she means by end lines is a closing line of a whole thing.
Yeah.
Or closing, like a refrain.
And in Life of a Showgirl, she gave it to you. And it wasn't rhymed, it wasn't anything like that. It was the thank you for an unforgettable night. We'll see you next time. Give it up for the band and the dancers. Good job. So at the end of the Life of a Showgirl, that was a good ending for that song. And it was a good ending for that album. So whoever thought of that, if it was Taylor Swift herself or somebody handling her, whatever. Good job. But the beginning of a poem is also very important. And her name was Kitty. Made her money being pretty and witty. They gave her keys to this city. Then they said she didn't do it legitly. That's really bad. I know that they're feminine rhymes, and you're thinking, well, feminine rhymes, there's tougher to come up with so many in English and whatever.
Do what William Butler Yeats did. He avoided them as much as possible. That's one of the reasons why.
Because a lot of the time, if you're left with something like pretty and witty and legitly, that's just that's not a rhyme, but it's off rhyme. If the whole pattern was just assonance, then that would work. But it doesn't, because it's not. Because I don't like it when people mix up pure rhymes with assonance. It's
do one or the other.
Do one or the other.
Now,
you can mix them up in the song, so
exactly
that
right.
you can have assonance in one place and it's in a charted pattern, So and then pure rhymes in another.
That you got a little bit of control over the form.
But we're talking about a showgirl here, and she's dressed up like a showgirl on the back of the case, and there's a pull-out poster of.
Was there a poster there?
There's a poster
I saw the
inside.
little pictures.
You can pull out. Well, you opened it up.
I guess I did. I kind of forgot it.
I don't know. It's about as big as maybe one of these sheets of paper or something. All folded up.
I forgot
in there.
about that. I saw it just outside. Now, I was entertained. Like most of her pictures are entertaining.
But showgirl, do you really think about a showgirl being pretty and witty? Anyway.
Pretty.
Either of those,
but not necessarily. Some of them are.
I wouldn't
Remember
say pretty.
That we were watching that
I would say
show.
Glamorous.
Yeah, exactly right.
Glamorous.
We were watching
Not pretty.
that show where the mother was a showgirl, and she wasn't pretty by any means, but she was statuesque, and she probably could do
very
a
flexible
and
a good dancer. Yeah.
Good singer, so on and so forth.
Good singer too. Yes.
We don't necessarily think about the showgirls being pretty. Same thing with models, frankly. Oftentimes, we get the wrong impression looking at Cindy Crawford, some of the supermodels.
But
a lot of them have got, big noses, big jaws, whatever.
But you could get glamorous and amorous if you wanted to write, and those would work, right?
Yeah.
But pretty and witty.
Witty is
it
just
doesn't
desperate.
even make sense. Yeah, and legitly, that's really desperate, and that really doesn't work.
That's like your last gasp. Like it's mute nostril agony in the horse latitude. It's not desperate. It is despairing. You're gonzo when you're doing that stuff.
So I'll say I only heard one of the songs, the Fate of Ophelia, on the radio, and I thought, wow, that's catchy.
Okay.
You did too. We were talking about it in the car.
Okay.
And
I've forgotten. It didn't impress me as much, but that's the way. Okay, everyone's got different tastes.
Well, it sounded very catchy.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, wow, she's actually figured out how to write something that's catchy, finally.
She had trouble.
Because
the stuff still sprawls.
Yep.
Like someone's got to sit her down and listen to some Creedence. No.
But Sarah McLauchlan, when I couldn't even tell you what songs I heard on the radio. I heard a couple, but I was just like, I couldn't remember what they were or whatever. When I finally got this album from the library, I didn't know what I'd listened to, and when I listened to the album over and over and over, I really didn't know what song should I pick out. I'd wanted to pick out a couple to review.
Would you
and
going from one listening to another saying, I can't distinguish one from the other? It's just
yeah, and so it was really like wallpaper, whereas this one, a couple songs did stand out, but the rest of it, I would have loved to have wallpaper, because it was terrible listening to it. So everything in between the Fate of Ophelia and the Life of a Showgirl, that was a tough listen. Whereas this one, I could listen to it right through over and over and over. So honestly, I would say Sarah McLauchlan did the job better. because you have Taylor Swift fans, they're going to get the album anyway. You have Sarah McLauchlan fans, they're going to get the album anyway. But is it going to be one you want to listen to
Forever.
Yeah, Sarah McLauchlan's one, you put it on, and it'll be something just nice, something in the background, nice pretty Sarah McLauchlan's voice in the background. Now, this is not my diet tip of the day. A lot of fat in that. But I'm now ketogenic. I finished panchakarma
She's
yesterday.
living proof you can survive it. If only barely. She was feeling pretty, well, my dad used to have an expression,
Lower than a snake's belly, but it wasn't that bad. But you seemed very tired yesterday. So.
Yeah. And I had a really hard time getting any exercise done this morning.
Yeah.
So I'll have to do it later this afternoon.
Yeah, you do need carbs in the long run, just to run,
And that sort of stuff. So you can do this kind of a cleanse or
I
whatever.
don't know. We'll find out.
We don't want to be dieting
I've
long term.
I've
like
done it
low
before, and I didn't feel this tired, so it might work itself. I might end up feeling better after a while. But anyway, so joint formula, curcumin, relief for joint pain and inflammation. So I got this for cheap from Shoppers because it was on clearance, and I used to take that.
Is there another?
And then I decided to just
curcumin?
turmeric. Well, curcumin's in turmeric, and I finally I realized, so that I was drawn to taking that because I'd eaten some bread, which I very much enjoyed. I don't know, a month and a half ago or something like that. And
how long did the enjoyment last?
Not long, because I get pain from it. Sometimes I'll get a headache just from yeast, like bread with leaven bread, and but I always my fingers and everything starts hurting, right?
Well,
so
that's a bad sign.
It's
you might
not
have a
good.
tendency. Did your grandma have a little trouble with
arthritis?
Arthritis?
Yeah, but not rheumatoid, I don't think. But anyway, so I started taking the turmeric, and I felt a lot better, but I think it was that I stopped eating bread. I didn't eat bread again because I started dieting. And but the thing is like the meal that I made James today.
Very good.
Yeah, I've been liking it too because I've been frying up egg whites in the morning with turmeric because egg whites, they don't really look good. And
they're awful.
So I sprinkled some turmeric on and some black pepper because if you're taking turmeric and you want to actually absorb more of the curcumin, then black pepper, you need that to take. And so I mixed that and garlic and kale. It fried in about a half a teaspoon of virgin coconut oil, and yum, so good.
That was amazing. I can't stand turmeric. For me, turmeric would go with a diet because it would guarantee I wouldn't have an appetite if I had enough.
So James had yolks because I've been having just.
Well, I think yolks. If Pauline ate as many as I have been eating, would kill. You got to watch out. They're bad for cholesterol or something.
Yeah, they're high in cholesterol. But anyway, so that's what I've been having in the morning lately.
I'm telling you though, those yolks, they're tasty. If you're buying animal, wow.
Yeah. Yep, egg whites don't taste that good. So, let's see how much time we have. 10 minutes to get through this, maybe so.
We'll get through some
find out.
Yeah.
A Christmas Carol, well, that gets top of the stack. That's classic. And when I was little and saw this at the end part, was I ever scared.
Me too, when I saw it when I was little.
So,
it would have been when I was between 5 and 8.
Yep. So that's just a given. That's going to be top of the stack. Borrowed Hearts. This one surprised me. It had Will from Will and Grace playing.
A heterosexual?
Yep. A guy who rented a family to impress some business perspective, whatever.
Well,
and it actually worked. The movie worked pretty well. It was entertaining, and I think even the little girl really did a fairly good job acting. So
He looks way better than the short hair, folks. That's one thing I'm going to say.
yeah,
He's a really handsome guy with that hairstyle.
yeah, he
Doesn't do
is.
much for
So it happened on Fifth Avenue. My favorite line, we both laughed, in this was when the young lady, she was lying about her father, right? And so she's saying, my father, he, there's 14 of us, there's 13, I have 13 siblings, and every night he beats me and my siblings, and he's such a lazy drunkard. And the guy says, well, he's not lazy. You know, it was just really subtle like that. And it's like, yeah, he has the energy to be beating that many kids every night.
And actually producing that many. So.
Anyway, so that was pretty funny. I don't know if the message is really good about, you know, people breaking into someone's house and living there while they're not there. You know, and
well, the hypocrisy was kind of shown up because other people coming later, and the ones that were there first were kind of saying, "You don't do that in this house," you know. That sort
yeah,
of stuff.
exactly. Still calling the shots like it's their house, and it's not, right? It doesn't belong to any of them. And plus, I mean, it's all nice to think that way, but are the people that are coming into the house, are they going to keep it nice and tidy? Is it going to look just like it hadn't been lived in when they go, or?
Well, the old guy was smart. He wanted to continue doing it.
Yeah, so he
left no traces.
Exactly.
Right? Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
The guy was there first.
Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries Limited Edition is a Christmas thing.
So that's
Murder Under the Mistletoe.
Now, Miss Fisher is phenomenal looking, I gotta say. This was the one made in Australia, but they had English accents. Is that correct?
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't remember.
So anyway, what was I going to say about this? It's a ridiculous story, but like James said, with mysteries, murder mysteries especially, you don't really need it to be totally realistic, because you're going, well, how many people end up dying, and this is just unrealistic anyway.
Generally, the gruesome details are left out. That sort of stuff. Believe me, if you had to investigate the Picton murders and look at the photos and stuff like that, you'd be throwing up, really.
Yeah,
It
you
wouldn't
might
be
have to
entertainment.
retire.
Yeah.
PTSD.
It'd stick with you, yeah. Mm-hmm. But anyway, the Murder Under the Mistletoe, it's about a guy who wants to commit murders the 12 days of Christmas. So he's a serious mass murdering serial killer, I suppose.
Serial killer. No. and I guess he's doing them in
he has
sequence.
Ambitions
it's
to do.
not like
no, it's
year
it's
to
not
another.
in sequence.
Oh, no, what I mean is.
Oh yeah, not
like
from one year to the
one
other.
day after another
Yeah.
after another. One each
Yeah,
day.
but they're not the first day and then the second day he does the second day. No,
he
not
does
like
them
that.
out of order. But
Yeah, but anyway, it's just that's quite ridiculous. I don't. That whole basis for the movie is not.
it's out there.
Yeah, but if you can get past that, I mean, he can't predict the weather, so how could they not have left if the weather had been good?
I know.
And
It's a little bit like the Murder on the Orient Express, except the other way around. The Murder on the Orient Express, spoiler alert,
everyone's seen it.
yeah, but they don't. Their plan doesn't work out because it gets snowed in.
Oh yeah.
They wanted it to seem
So-
as though. I'm not going to say how many murderers there are, but there is at least more than one.
Yeah, I'm saying with your spoiler alert, it doesn't matter because everyone's seen it. Yeah.
Or read it.
So,
or both.
or both. So, but
Me, it's
probably
several
just
times
seen it.
in different languages and stuff like
But, yeah, there's things in this that don't work, really don't work. But it's entertaining, and it works as a murder mystery just fine, I think. And then Christmas, do you want to be watching murder at Christmas? I don't know. But,
Yeah, sometimes families get cooped in. And they start
Maybe you do.
What is mad
By the end of the night, you're like, okay, that's it. Everyone go home or there's going to be trouble.
No.
The turkey's not the only thing that's going to get it. So, recipe for a perfect Christmas. I thought it was entertaining. The woman who was the mother in this, I thought she did a great job as, you know.
Her karaoke's the best I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But, she did a pretty good job with, what was her name? Running with the Shadows of the Night, which is, I think she was trained enough with Pat Benatar.
Yeah, it was great. So there are some good things in this. When you see food in a movie, you're like, oh boy. Especially, I was watching this when I was in Panchakarma the last day, and I'm like, I'm so hungry. And I kept watching movies that were talking about cookies and all sorts of things, and I'm like, I would eat them all right now. But I was so tired, luckily, from just being in the final day of Panchakarma that I couldn't have gotten up to eat them all anyway. Somebody would have had to bring them all to me and put them in my mouth.
Ask me to go get some chocolate from the freezer. Even make a request.
Yeah, I was just all day yesterday. I'm like, I'm going to eat that tomorrow. And looking at that bar. So anyway, just the love interest in this doesn't work for me. Kind of seems.
This guy seemed like a creepy New Yorker.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Italian even.
So I can't see that romance working. So typical Hollywood romance. Switched for Christmas. About a couple twins, and I didn't realize it when I got this out. I didn't realize they were twins on the cover, but I should have.
They're actual twins. Yeah.
They are.
Okay.
Yeah, they're actual twins.
Oh.
And they switch places. So it's kind of a cute movie.
Identical twins, I guess.
Yeah, it's a Hallmark thing. And The Christmas Cure is another Hallmark thing. And this one has Bobby Ewan from Dallas.
There we go. Still looking
very
sharp.
handsome.
Got a lot of gray in his hair, but he's kept the weight off.
A Very Merry Christmas. It has all sorts of people in it. Elliot Gould.
I did see that one.
Della Reese. Sybil Shepherd, Gene Simmons. I don't know who these other people are.
Was Gene Simmons? I missed
He
that.
was. How did you miss that?
I don't.
Anyway, so
the star of the show on the back.
Piglet. Oh, so sweet. And well, he's here too, but they've covered up his face a little bit with that. So sweet.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was good enough, I thought. What did you think about it?
It was okay. So, with the cast they had, I would have expected more.
Yeah.
Sybil Shepherd wasn't used really.
she
Elliot
wasn't
Gould
used very
is, spoiler alert, he wasn't given top billing, but he was gone after about 5 minutes. Spoiler alert.
I don't really remember. Happiest Season. So this is I hadn't realized that this stars Kristen Stewart. I hadn't realized that this was going to be a happy lesbian Christmas sort of thing. So
that's right. Yeah,
that's
right.
kind of
There
cool.
was a lot of
And
smooching.
honestly, this probably was the best lesbian movie I've seen.
Most of them involve bookstores, and I don't think it
this
did
one didn't
this
feature a
time.
bookstore.
So
I think at all. Yeah.
Yeah. So kudos to whoever was writing that thing up.
But it has the what's his face from
Levy.
Yeah. What's his name?
Spitz Creek or whatever it's
Yeah.
called. I guess they call it Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
I don't know what
and
his
I guess
first
that's
name is.
allowed to be said because it's